Hi, my name is Brittany Reed, and I will be speaking with you all about parvo. Have you ever heard of parvo? I have never heard of parvo before until I experienced it myself with my sweet pup, and it was awful. There is such a short amount of time when dealing with parvo. Most dogs don't make it past 72 hours, and it's a fast-acting approach that changes their behavior very quickly. I have done my research on this and feel confident to speak with you all about it because I've experienced it myself. There are a few things dog owners can do to help their sweet pup with this disease. First, I'll explain the problem of parvo and not vaccinating. Second, I will explain where you can get the shots at, when, where, how. My first main point is the problem of parvo not vaccinating. We've all heard or known to take your dog to the vet, especially when you get a pup for the first time. Even though every dog owner should, not everyone can take their dog to the vet due to money or just time gets in the way. You never know how something serious is until it affects you yourself. Parvo is a highly contagious virus that can affect all dogs, but unvaccinated dogs and puppies are the most vulnerable to get. The virus affects dogs' gastrointestinal tracts and is spread by direct contact from dog to dog and contaminated feces environments or people. There is no cure for parvo, and this is a big problem because the virus is very popular. Another problem with this virus is that it is everywhere. The virus can not only contaminate with feces, but can also contaminate kennel services, food, water bowls, collars, and leashes, and even the hands and clothing of people who handle infected dogs. It is also immune to the heat, cold, humidity, and drying, and can survive in the environment for long periods of time. It is transferable from place to place on the hair or feet of dogs of contaminated cages, shoes, or other objects. Vaccination is very important for your dogs. Once you suspect that your dog could have parvo, you should take them to the vet immediately before it's too late. Also, by vaccinating your pup in early as 6 weeks, you're doing your best to prevent any harm to your pup. And it also gives your puppy a better chance at surviving. The sad part about vaccinations also that they do not always work, so it's better to not chance the health of your puppy. Ever heard of that saying, better safe than sorry? I very much believe in that saying. And finally, I hope this enlightens you on the problem of parvo and the importance of vaccinations for your dogs. It's better to vaccinate your dogs than let them be exposed and put their health at risk. I know a lot of dog owners would agree with me on this problem and the importance of vaccinations. However, the solution to this is getting the vaccinations to prevent the problem of parvo. When to get them, how to get them, and where the dogs get the shot at. My second main point, there is a solution to parvo. As humans, we basically Google everything. So when I suspected that my sweet pup had parvo, I looked at the symptoms of it, and sadly that is exactly what he had. He was perfectly healthy one day, and the next day he was completely different. It hit him quickly, just like that. He wasn't my sweet pup anymore, and it affected everything on him, and that's when I knew something was wrong. When you first get a pet, when they turn 6 weeks old, you could take them to the vet to get a checkup and get the puppies their first set of shots. If you can't afford the visit, there are other alternatives that you can go to get the shots at. There's a place called Tractor Supply, and we went there to get our puppy his shot and gave him his shot him ourselves. That's the only part about the shot is you give the puppy a shot yourself, and that's just nerve-wracking. If you're unsure where to get the puppy the shot, you can call the vet and they can tell you where to get the puppy the shot at. When we gave our puppy the shot, we had to pinch his neck up and put it through that flap of skin, like when the puppies are born and the mama holds them, with the skin. That's where you get the shot at. I didn't know that. So in conclusion, parvo is a big problem among dogs, and vaccinations play an important role. We talked about the problem of parvo and the importance of getting the vaccinations and when to get them, how to get them, and where to get them. So keep this in mind the next time you get a puppy. Remember the importance of getting the vaccinations for your puppy and where, when, and how to get the shots. I wish I had known more information about the effects of parvo and the importance of vaccinations. Maybe if I knew more about parvo and vaccinations at that time, my sweet puppy would be here. It's sad, and I don't want anyone to go through that, what I went through. Here's a visual aid of the parvo virus. This is the virus, and then it attacks the gastrical tract. And if y'all want to look at that. And I got these sources from the National Center for Immunization and Respiratory Diseases, Center of Disease Control and Prevention, February 17, 2011. Thank you.
Sorry, Brittany.